Morning. Now, when I picked up the keys of the Jeep, he ran off, and this is where I find him, so he knows something is up. Unfortunately, what he doesn't know is that this is just I need to work on it. Right, Milo, it's gaan nie ry nie. Ek moet net werk in die Jeep. I heard a noise from the rear, and it's a very simple vehicle. There's not much going on in the rear. There's a differential and a drive shaft going to the rear, so some noise that I want to look into. And then the hubs. You can see there the hubs are quite greasy. They didn't used to be greasy. The bolts were kind of loose, so I tightened them up, but I'll have to take them off, clean it up, pack everything with grease again, close it up. Now, all of this I'm learning as I go, so if there's anybody watching who knows better than what I'm doing than what you see me doing, please comment and tell me what I need to do. I'll probably need, looks like a 17, 19, 17. Anyways, let's see what it's about. I'm probably gonna get under this thing and out and under it and out again 20 times in the next 5 minutes. We'll just have to see how it goes. This nut is loose on the shaft, and this is loose on the splines. So if I understand correct, I need to tighten up this nut to remove that play. The pinion on the crown wheel will also tighten up slightly if I do this. Okay. Click. Okay, so I tightened it up, and I only got a Alright, so I tightened it up, but I only got about 1/8 of a turn of the nut. Then another 8 and it started feeling like it was binding up the bearings. So I released that to about 1/8 of a turn and get it nice and free with a minimum backlash. But what it has, it has. What it seems like I need to do is to actually either replace or repack the front wheel bearing with grease. But I don't have the tool to take it off. So I just want to look at what it looks like inside now. If I can do more, I'll do more, but I think that'll probably be what I will do. Just take it off and look, see what the problem might be, see what I need to do or to get on with the job. So what happened here is, unlike the rest of the Jeep, the front hubs were clean and free of oil until I did that trip through the mountains, and now they are not. There's a spring in there. Now it should be, as far as the videos go, in the free position. It's now free. In the lock position, it comes out the same. Free position. There's a lot of grease in there. The grease seems fairly clean, but some of it came out because this was loose. Now, just in case you're under the misconception that this is a restoration or nice, satisfying cleanup video, this should remove those thoughts or correct those thoughts quickly. For instance, there are two different screws. Both of them are fairly damaged. For the cap of the hub, or the turning knob of the hub, and I'm not going to replace them with the correct ones or new ones. It's just going to go back in. This Jeep to me is a tool, and I want to run it. I have it run properly, but I'm not going to make it nice because it's going to work, and it's going to work hard. It's not a nice restoration video. We'll station that one, damage in the tip. See those screws go in. They don't make it pressure on. I've had a quick look again at the videos. This is not the hubs that they showed in those videos, so it could be a replacement hub or it could be an older model, even though I looked at the 40 series, 40 series, 60 series, 70 series, 80 series Toyota. I don't really know. Now I'm gonna continue to remove the hub and clean it. So at this stage this is just an exploratory disassembly. I'm gonna disassemble it to the point where I can see what needs to happen and then decide if I do something or not. I'd want the Jeep to be drivable in the next week or so, so if I don't, if it's not in imminent danger of damage and will be usable while I wait for spare parts or tools or whatever I need, then I will reassemble it, grease it and reassemble it and use it. If it's gonna be an imminent danger of damage, I'll just keep it disassembled until I can get the parts or tools or help I need. And we'll see. Now, something that I found when I first saw the problem of it becoming loose is that half of the bolts holding it together are 12 and half of it are 13. Now, just looking at the videos, and some of them have washers and some of them don't. That is smaller, so that is probably an 11. So we'll have to see. Some of them are short bolts and some of them are longer. Now, from the videos that I've watched on YouTube, these should be size 12 bolts. Or, well, anyways, I need to install some wheel spacers at the rear. There are some wheel spacers in the front already. That's why the front is okay. But I need wheel spacers in the back because the rim presses against the brake drum. Let's see if I can get that strip bolt off. Okay. That strip just slightly around it. Right, that worked. Nothing here. Let me see. Let me first clean this. Okay, so digging any deeper will mean going into the bearings. The grease is not looking new, but the grease is still looking fairly okay. I don't see oil mixed into it. The grease around here looks like still green. Everything looks fine. So at this stage I don't have the tool to remove the nut holding the wheel bearings in place. So I'm not going to go any deeper. I'm going to clean it all off, and I'm going to reapply some sealer, reassemble and put some grease back in there. Now this reminds me of long ago. A friend of mine was assembling a motorbike from parts, and I was helping him. Now he had a good idea what he was doing, and I didn't. So I got the jobs of scraping off the sealant. That was my I'm hoping some of the I'm hoping I learned enough back then from him to not make a mess of this. Conrad, that if you ever see this video, that was assembling the Bombardier when you were guessing or trying to figure out the timing plate. And every time you redid it, I had to sit and scrape off the sealer on that cover. This is reminding me of that. Before I put the sealer, I need to reassemble this and try and figure out where that funny washer was. Not really a washer anymore. Why this was in there? It's got a ridge like it fits in there, but it does so fairly poorly. So the question is, was this a remedy for an existing problem? It kept those gears from going in there. That's the only thing that sat in there. This would always be turning with the shaft. The splines on the shaft, so that goes there. And the hub, this part locks the teeth inside there, locks it up with the lugs on the outside here like that, and that's what locked it into four-wheel drive. Now what would that silly bent little washer be doing in there, and do I put it back? I think so. Maybe. And I'm hoping it's flat enough for this tiny amount to seal up all around. How's that look? Tell me in the comments. Is that good? Looks nice and flat, so looks like I'm getting a nice tiny bit of squeeze out all around the outside. Oh, these look pretty bad. I'm gonna tighten them up just so that I can get the sealer to seal. And then I'm gonna later on remove one, take it and use it to go and get replacements. That needs a washer. It bottomed out. That bottomed out as well. So let me get washers. Alright, so I got an assortment of washers here. The ones that aren't tightening up, I'm gonna put some washers in it. That one is great. I have to get that rolled out. Now the problem with these bolts is they transfer power from the inside axle to the hub on the outside, which actually drives the wheel. So these need to be pretty strong. At least I know it's not in tight. It should be easy to get rolled out. That means I'm not going to be able to pull, but I want to show it now, but I can't. Got too much grease on my hands. That I got a perfect amount of squeeze out of the the sealer around the outside, all around, except for maybe there. Right, so the drill doesn't want to stay center. The bolt broke off with a tip, but I have somewhat of a plan here. This fits exactly the drill precisely. This is an air connection, quick connector, air connector, and it also fits exactly tightly into that hole, and it goes through right up to the hub where the bolt starts. So I'm going to use this to try and keep it centered. that worked. Yeah, that worked. I don't have any extraction tools. This triangular file might do it because I know I wasn't putting a lot of pressure on the bolt when I started pulling it out, so let's just when it broke. See, it looks like it even this tiny amount of, we'll have to see. Yep, looks like it's working. There it is. Makeshift extraction tool. That's the kind of thing you learn to do when you watch A-Bomb 45. Adam, put a link up. Very good channel to watch, machining channel. That worked. Okay, bolts out. Now where did I put that stainless steel bolt? I want to put it in just to just so I can finish the job and get the sealant tightened up. Here it is. I've run out of time now. Now, if I told you that that took anything under 6 hours to do, I'd be lying. And that's probably a job that should take someone who knows what he's doing. Half an hour, 45 minutes. But at least now I know exactly what it looks like inside. That's how you should do it if you don't know how to do it. Or that's what's gonna, no, yeah. Anyway, that's what's gonna happen if you do it and you don't know what you're doing, but you want to try it anyway. And in the end, it will, you'll learn how to handle just about anything a vehicle like that can throw at you, I think. But anyways, we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.